What's up guys, it's Ipe back with another setup video, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to impossible. And 2 months ago I made a how to no comply trick tip. If you guys want to check that out, link in the description below or card up there somewhere. And I asked what trick should I make a trick tip on next, and most of you guys said 3 shove / impossible. Most of you guys said impossible, so I'm going to do the impossible. 3 shoves are pretty similar, but I think they're easier to work with. All you got to do is learn how to scoop and catch it with your front foot. But impossible is a whole different trick, so I'm going to be teaching you guys that today. So if you guys don't know what the impossible is and want to learn this trick, this is what it looks like. It's a trick that kind of looks like a 3 shove, but when you pop it, it kind of wraps around your foot. But it's not like in the Tony Hawk games where it wraps around your foot vertically. Actually, it kind of goes horizontally in a way. It almost looks like a 3 shove, but you could tell that there's a wrap when you do see an impossible. So in my opinion, I think it's easier to learn this trick when you're sort of a beginner. I know it may seem impossible, but it is possible. I don't think anyone said this in an impossible trick tip, but I think it's really great to have a good kickflip. Like, you don't have to have them like popping good or something, but being able to control them good is a key, I think. The fact is, some people catch it with their front foot, which is not the way to go. But I know a lot of beginners do start that way, but kickflips, you generally catch them with the back foot, right? And the impossible, you catch it with the back foot too. So if you know how to land with your back foot first, it's really easy. Some key tricks you gotta learn. Anything no comply works, in my opinion. That's because you know how to get your front foot out of the way super quick, and that's a really common mistake most people have. Most people can tray flip easily, but they're so used to flicking. And I'm gonna be telling you guys a secret for people who do know how to tray and have a hard time doing impossible just because they're so used to doing tray flips, so stay tuned for that too. And I think it's really good to learn how to no comply impossible first. Please do this because a lot of you guys don't take a lot of time into actually trying to learn tricks, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I've taught impossibles in person so many times and I try to get it right away. And that's what the same thing too, like on YouTube, so many kids out there are like, if they watch a trick tip, they think they're gonna learn it the next day. But I don't think I actually learned the no comply impossible before I did the impossible, so you could do what I did. You could just be standing and just have your front foot already down and just wrap it around, practice wrapping it around with your back foot. Get comfortable with how it should feel like, just because you're gonna want to know how the wrapping and all that actually works. But yeah, it is a different thing when you have both feet on the board. So this is the secret, right? So foot positioning, now I do it like a tray flip, I think, but at the beginning you're gonna want it to be like, you're gonna want to have your front foot almost to where it's impossible for you to flick the board. So like at the beginning I had it super weird just because I would have the same problem as almost flicking the board accidentally, even though you don't want to, it just naturally happens. Have your front foot all the way to the side like this. And the reason for that is because when you pop your board and let's say you do try to flick, it almost doesn't work, like, because there's literally nothing to flick. Look, when you're like this and when you try to flick, what's there to flick, you know? So I think that was a really good way. But then if you don't have a good wrapping, then it will, you know, flip on its own. But like I said, that's why I said you're gonna want to take a good amount of time practicing the no comply impossible, or just wrapping it around with your front foot like I showed earlier. You're gonna want to pop it, right? Kind of get it like this. And I also heard that if you know how to pressure flip, this trick comes pretty easy, just because pressure flip, it's all in the back foot as well, and you kind of do the scooping the same way, except pressure flip you let it go easier. You want to be gripping it with your toe, but with the shoe it pops like this inward. It's not like a scoop. There's not much to really explain, because I think that if you figure out how to do the no comply impossible, you kind of know, you would understand how to wrap it. So it goes like that and then like this, you know, but it doesn't go vertically, it goes around, and then you catch it with your back foot, and then the front foot comes along. There's not really much to say on this trick. Like I said, it really comes down to practicing the no comply impossible. Like, I think if you know how to do those, you should be able to do this pretty quick. As you do get this trick more down, you do want to start working your way to getting your front foot in a better position, because when you have it like this, you kind of lose balance. That's the hard part about it. But I think it is a good way to be able to do it like this at the beginning, just so you don't flick, because a lot of people naturally flick and that's why they'll never be able to do this trick. So when you have it like this with your front foot, there's more control and stability and balance. So yeah, you're gonna want to get it like this. For some people, it may be easier to do it downstairs. Maybe you guys want to experiment with that too if you guys feel like you guys can't get the full rotation. I know it's weird that I don't have my board right now because throughout the whole trick tip video, I did have my board right here, but I wanted to say one more thing because I remembered I needed to say one more thing. And you're gonna want to practice this riding. If you do the trick stationary, the board won't go with you because of the momentum. It's one of those tricks that will probably go backwards. So let's say you do land it stationary, you'll probably ride fakie. And because of momentum, you might land into a switch manual or nose manual and you might fall. So I do recommend going with a little bit of speed, just a little bit, because I know it might be hard for those who are beginners being able to do the trick fast. But as you do learn the trick, obviously you'll start going faster. So yeah, that's a key tip as well. So once you get this trick down, obviously you're gonna want to take it down to some stairs for fun or tranny. I think it might be fun to do it off a kicker or something, or up the little ramp, slope things in the park, you know, for people who have barely learned this trick. Yeah, take it down this gap right there. It's like a 5-stair gap or something for you guys, even though I don't want to. It's like 10 a.m. and like literally 100 degrees, but I'll do it for you guys because I love you guys. This one's for all the subscribers, so if you're watching this, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the like button. Redo. Two in a row, baby! So if you guys made it this far, thank you for watching the whole video. Hopefully this trick tip does help. I usually do give Instagram shouts, so today's Instagram shout goes to Jed.pottery. Follow him, link in the description below. So if you want to be given an Instagram shout, answer this question: what trick do you guys want me to do a trick tip on next? And the comment with the most thumbs up, I'll probably do that on next. So yeah, like and comment to be given an Instagram shout, and subscribe to see you've been given a shout, and stay tuned for future videos. Thanks, yo. Peace out. This was easier to skate than this crappy ground.